Ago, Ago, ni Yeshibani, Ago.
Ago, wait, Chamekanya. Twa, Umanyaba. Chamekanya, they will be laughing with me. Twa, Umanyaba. Yo, Nungua Tashiao. Yo, opening no two session. No, you know. What's the call? Yano essay. Our essay is war and leader.
Na ya trochu abuda se ba wa ya odokumanya me tutu ase yo aye odokumanya me tutu ase yo aye odu me sa wa se won kana wana beka odu leka oba de ku obeka oba de ku obeka odi awede bayo ya boda se ba wa ba tutu so be dia bra wo so wana ya boda se ba wa ya ba tutu so be dia bra wo so wana wa se jabo so bi e bi dia wo so aye ya na ya yo ma no ma ye yi kwe titi kwe dada kwa no bi ama wana ni be mala ni be abade bo ma ye ti la gbada abagbe gona abaye go fa efa iye kombi o yin si aba me no mo man
Abuna se meha yefe umanye be ke wona eba ye bi ne je efonku shi ye leboni mati abuna se wo fi ole keje blema ake ke eshebi nisani wona abua ye heli wona ne wotole sushi wona abua woba asani bibi ne nisani mati abuna se bi ye mambi fe anani wohani wobene no eko shiwotane mene shitamo be boni mambi fe ina elie ye afe ochi abomine niwoye homowe tan be saniku eteshin akeshin akela traditional council epasashin ni iwe mo iyalo mekumeke ohun shikonjin mekumeke wosmu ni meba council iwe mo esroto ni otie woni woyo bi ene be ake ngbe efunu ake be noni sani council afi alo noni mekume pa agbe ni council afi midi moniti 3 impene akeshin council afi ni ayengbe ami regional house of chiefs ayengbe ami ministry of chieftaincy and regional affairs ake mila chikiteli midi moni impene ni atogbenyanu ko ni la ayano ni afitemi abamishin ni infekumukumunoko ni membini ese nke nwene sani mabogwa ni magbala ni biabu ko ni matia bonasebi ke la me fe anu ni bi afi ke wogbina ke me ni bi mu abanya bi shike oye ni bi mu ni no ni magbala mi ejaji o no no tu o le alo ihan no nu ni bi anhye be oni bi mu obanyo ke to shike se mi ni mu ko ye ni bi mu mo ba anye ko ni ebi be wo sanene eshishijeji woye ni ake me ni ameke atwa me magiache me na medamo akuchi kume ana sani ahe ameye council sajine eje shishikeje wo ni la le na jime gian abo mi eti yino be 2015 sajine jenshin mati yino jenshin 2014 ni yewo gbejiano to na mla ke kusun gbejiano to wo ke tuni wo ke ubaba kansele sani gbejiano to aja ye kusun ke mla beno ahie mi me ko menu ame yonshi ame ke sajin ti court sajin ye court olo ni amejenu se na mete amani na regional house of chiefs bi ke ministry ake sibe wo me ni wo yo council wo ni wo sumo ni wo ba he ame chewo wo gbala ni bi ame ke tun ame regional house bi no na ame ke ji ake sin ake national house of chiefs ewu akoko ake sin ke atomoko ni sani mo epu sani ahele woke wontu ogulu ni yo ne hodase eja ke manche yeli mla jino ni aketu hibejiano no fe no ni aba fe alo na le fe na de na aba fa sani ke mla akangbe no woke no ni regional house of chiefs ke wontu wona ye wolohin ke ba shi wo shitamo ne na kan woluwe eba shimowe anmawo wolo akeshin wo he me enyo ke wo council mana kan woluwe ko ni mo fe mo anu no na menmawo
In the Republic of Ghana, the members of the National Council are admission of chiefs into the National Council. Questions to our meeting with the Honorable Minister for Justice and Legal Affairs. Honorable Shwamo at the Ministry of Justice 1994 in relation to the abolition of Abese Alodima, brackets Nungua and Mati Apunasima, here at second. Amen. And therefore be directed by the Ministry of the House of Chiefs body over the Traditional Council to request you as a matter of urgency to admit the said two chiefs into the Traditional Council whilst the case pending before the court are pursued. This decision was arrived at the interest of justice and peace of the traditional area. We wish to make it clear that the Traditional Council is a statutory body which have representatives from the various divisions within the traditional area. So pending the final determination of any matter before the law court or judicial committee of the Traditional Council, no one has the legal rights to stampede any chief from being registered or admitted into a Traditional Council. Your cooperation in this regard is deeply appreciated. The copy minister, Chieftaincy Ministry, the registrar at Traditional Council.
Nyadi Boy. Oh, Ishe.
Be boni yue na meke wo hi meke wo cancel na meke National House of Chiefs ahimu ni wo ke wo ntu wo na ye wolo ni ameke bane ni kenye kwa wolo sanji eye akuche tigrase ke leshin ke mene abesi ni jihegbe shin amegma keshin ahe me enyope wole susumo ni ameke yue na kan ni ko kwe ame leta mi amegma akeshin the decision was arrived at the interest of justice and peace of la traditional area ke ake justice jalesani ni jalesani ayole boni sana yale ni afan efe anu ame wonchi wo kesani ye ake afan efe shina shi akwe hepo mepe interest of justice matiabu na sebi ke mambi kenye kwe ene jaleni ni amengma woloe boni wogbala ni bi ame ketun ame wo ke ne mlasani wo ke wo mla wolo nkwelo ni ji wo lawyers gba isani na meke o ene na agba ye mla agbefan wo amengma ame wolo mahani wo lawyers a wolo akane no hu ketun
In a lawyers who by meeting state traditional council lawyers I'm at the few and co. The registrar, Mr. Grand Regional House of Chiefs, Dodua. Dear sir, readmission of chiefs into the La Traditional Council. We act as lawyers for the La Traditional Council and write upon these instructions. Your letter is the La Traditional Council, and same has been referred to us with instructions to respond to same. Our client notes your direction to the La Traditional Council, that is the council, requesting the council to admit Nungua and into the Traditional Council as a matter of urgency. And whilst the case pending before court, the cases are pending before court are pursued. First of all, the council is saying that in addressing the council and its eminent chiefs, you elected to use words to suggest that either the council is registered or admitted. Our clients find this negative assertion being made before the establishment of any such fact as quite unfortunate, especially coming from the institutions whose objective ought to be to promote, defend, and advance the institution of chieftaincy in Ghana. Our client instructs us to say that the La Traditional Council wishes to respond to say that all of its actions have been in accordance with due process and recognition of the rights of all persons connected with the subject matter. The council wishes to draw the attention of the Greater Grand Regional House of Chiefs and indeed the ministry that there are two cases connected with the Abese Porter and the admission or otherwise of Nungua Group. The first is a petition pending before the Judicial Committee of the La Traditional Council contesting the status of Nungua Group as a chief, regarding whether or not the Traditional Council ought to admit Nungua Group, having regard to circumstances. While the decision has been rendered by the High Court in this matter, there is indeed an appeal and a motion for stay of execution of the decision pending appeal. In the circumstances, it is not possible to proceed to admit the said Nungua without disrespecting, disregarding, or running contrary to the subsisting application for stay of execution, and by extension, disrespecting the authority of the Court of Appeal. The Traditional Council cannot, as if the said motion for stay of execution does not exist at all. A copy of the motion for stay of execution here too annexed for ease of reference. To the extent that the courts are in the process of examining the issue brought before it, of whether or not Nungua ought to be admitted to the council, it is important, and in accordance with respect for the authority of the court, that nothing be done whose effect will be to prejudice the determination of the matter or to render the outcome of the court process negative. Any such action, urgent or otherwise, shall constitute contempt of the Honorable Court with grave consequences. It is therefore out of due respect for the Court of Appeal and the regard for the court process that the Traditional Council remains unable to accede to the request to admit Nungua as a matter of urgency. Similar incidents underpin the inability of the Traditional Council to admit Nungua into the Traditional Council. It is our client's instruction that as with the case of Nungua, the status of Nungua as a chief has been challenged by way of a petition filed at the Traditional Council. Rather than pursue, defend, and conclude the petition, he elected to resort to the court for redress. He sought the relief of an order against the council to admit him. The High Court declined to grant him the relief he sought, and the suit was promptly thrown out. A copy of the ruling of the High Court is here to annex for ease of reference. Ultimately, the Traditional Council is constrained to respect the authority of the courts, particularly the Superior Court before which the issues referred to in your letter are pending. The Council has avoided making any pronouncements on the status of the persons mentioned above, and have not done anything to prejudice the outcome of the petitions filed before the Judicial Committee and the Council, or before any of the Superior Courts pending the determination of the relevant issues. Chaos and anarchy is certain to result should any other course of action be taken rather than follow through with the court cases. We therefore wish to bring the above facts to your attention as the basis for any actions or inactions for the Traditional Council. The Traditional Council has always acted in respect of the processes of the Superior Court and continue to do so in present circumstances. We count on your usual cooperation. Honorable Minister, the Registrar, Traditional Council.
Ishe. Council kusung kemla bejiano to kechuni ni amengma wuluwe womla wulumpelo ni woloe se noni amengmane shinfin se ake ni ade ko fe la shikite le jimone fio ni epene na yimbe am na fitimbe ne fe nye nuni loye se ameke mla ni council wọ́n fi nuku ní ìbá abala ke wọ́n fíìmù kùsẹ̀ ṣí wọ́n ke mla bẹ̀jìánù tó tún ni ṣí ní fẹ́ sẹ́ anánu na ke ní àjẹ́ kò fẹ́ jímọ̀ ní fíò. Mẹ́yìn náà ṣí àmì tán wọ́n lọ́ ẹ̀sẹ̀ tún sàjìn ní yọ àmì. Nlé akẹ́ṣí sàjìn akẹ́ ní àjẹ́ kò fẹ́ ní kẹ́ṣí àmì lóko. She ayengbe ami ye ministry ke regional house of chiefs na ke mi ni mpene na fi noni sanafi ni ekeno ya ketu injola abala kinyen na wolo ese ke noni achon na fi e na gba ye mla bejano tu na mete no ku ame Sanye ni o maje shinkeje ngati abonase ngati abonase Matino na to be 2013 ni akeo anna Paramount e poje no na wo yo mo ni ariso wo be ye gbejianu to na sani akuchi acheme dani amebaye mu ye mlagbe fa ke maje acheme afi kusun ke ha no cancel ma wo loketi akuchi ya ato no gbejianu ye ni bo sekle we onupai mami wolo akeshin be chuchu akucho chese kwelo ni wo jele ni ji ano damti se kwelo no akangbe ni afi kusun ke hanle mbachale ni epe mi nka ma ke o ni mba leji moni mbanina ni eyin akucho eyin ni cancel election ni ameke o kwese ke han chuchu akucho che ni ji Captain Tayo Odamson she say kwelo ni amefe le won abejeshin akobe wo gbe ni afi kusun ke hanle ni ka ma ke o shi asani shi wo kweku ni akwebo ni abamo na ti atun sani ake minke minpa Nungua no Odamson ni atun sani ni wa kuchu lawyer ni dani ma che pe ke mi na yue mo ni ke la ke mi ma ya le jale gbe no ni a che pe atana bole sani e fa mi she ma mi wolo ta fla che ni be yin no poto ni jenke yin meji yin be me gboyin ni jiwo julo aku ma criminal syndicate julo aku ni wo pe oye duji ansin ke ni okay akucho lawyer kesane ba o ya damu afa no bo image anra akula sani akula mo mi wo ba pe e ko ye kon de adu ye ano dam tin ke bi ye ameba image ke amenji le ye se ko mo bu na ameji le ye ikete court isama was sure to ikanye court enu ete ake content aya wo wo nke image yin ate fan agbena ameyifo ekokura jeje ke ameti ama ya malo dasi nikele jeje bote nibi ami duba fun enu na me pa agbe e ba fi ke han sanjin ayefe atan wo cancel ete court akeshin le hun council member shin achela o court ke court be na kan wale ake bani achele ke wo cancel shin akesane shile ike yin gazette ni me ni kesane shile ke tun gbe papa no ike na gazette no isane awu achafu energy mati isane ni wo gbe dan ake no ni ke no e mati ye amale mo fitemu ke mona bu amale eji no ni ti no ye pe ati atun ye na le koklo mo fitemu ji a really be can think image yen no na ke criminal syndicate ni wo pe eduji an se ke ni bi ile bemi image yen wo pe o ye he ni sani wo pe ye ni ye fe yele bo ni wo pe o ke ha muku pe eduji an se ni image yen ni yo mati ye amehiche image yen ni talanko no amehiche na me nye jalese me bo ni ke criminal syndicate yen le ni bi ni amefi bemi ni nye ka meshina nye leboni akuchuwe yale ake abo nye no ma yue ni bi fi o ye ngati abonasi Zenith College matike ha ime nyele no gas filling stations ni yo no pa no matike ha abonye no La Beach Towers no na amani epense na anya matukakada matike ha amede nye no agbene wo trust begiano to no ni sani matiana banye leke homes keje be mi na abeche homes ne abonye amane ku no ni matie na e shimeneme ke wo moji criminal syndicate amen ameke woji criminal syndicate ni bi e ko ku me yin ke nseje me magbala mi akuchi e ko ku me ni eto e abese no ajo kan fran we na ke sande shimo na to e akeshin jele eyo eja ko kan fran we no ese drase lomo we bi ke mona ka to e le hunje le eyo shin lomo we bi mi yo lesson ofro so we bi ke mona to e je le shin amenu e sha ma me yo me ni ke sani e ti ne shin fe ake ni aje ko fe la shikite ile le fi o ngati no nko sekle we bi nje ko ni aduwe jo sekle we abese injo me no kan fra we ye le ase nje lo mu no te ba le te na ke ni aje ko fe ti mo ni fi oni bi ni tamo ni yue sanjie je shike je ni ko bi tete tulu yino ni kansele ke na ndi machine ke sana fe no nija me ni ke yo je fe ame fa ame fu anu ake sana fe no nija ni wo lawyer sa wo lo e yo dase ake wo ke afe no nija si wo nyi mla gbedi anu to se wo pe e ko na te ke regional house of chiefs manche onu pe e ko e wo council bi ame yo dase ake shin kenu ko e wo fe wo gbe ipamu aketun ni ni wo take collective decision no ke magianche me ni yo council e yo dase ake wo take collective decision e mine wo sanaka aketun la sikiteli ni aje ko fe legimo ni ifio no na afio ibe mi nkoko nyena he ni sajin eje ni noni hewo ni wo ke afi no ni ja lumo yeli alo manche yeli e komboni ke kusun ke mla ni mla eto moniji manche ni ke mukuka to le ni sanleye acho gbegiano tu no na ke boti omi na ke shi sane na ke shi le eja lo eja dani amana shi alo anu no ake mo manche gila lo di manche gile o mahani akani mla no ni cho moniji manche kuni mo fe mo anu fine local section 57 57 definition receipt.
I was able.
The Republic of Ghana Chieftaincy Act 2008, Act 759, return to Mediano. 57, definition of a chief. A chief is a person who, hailing from the appropriate family and lineage, has been validly nominated, elected, or selected, and installed, skinned or installed as a chief or queen mother in accordance with the relevant customary law and usage. 2, a person does not qualify as a chief if that person has been convicted of high treason, tracing high crime or for an offense involving the security of the state, fraud, dishonesty, or moral turpitude. A chief shall not take part in acting for party politics, and a chief wishing to do so or seeking election to parliament shall be paid the stool of skin. 4. Despite subsection 3 and subject to the Constitution, a chief may be appointed to any public office for which the chief is otherwise qualified. 5. A person shall not be considered to be a chief for the performance of a function under this act or any other enactment unless the person has been registered for the performance of that function in the National Register of Chiefs, and that person's name has been published in the Chieftaincy Act.
Dani Mokubaye Mwake Manche be Sani Eje Topan ni ayo manche mi alo webu na ayo manche ni afale yegbejano tuno ni amenomi na tuna mahani akani nukweko nke hanye ye wo ojolo wuluko the law of chieftaincy in Ghana ofa ene kanimo paragraph ne bi eke ene kanimo beto
yo fine short date and don't know what the 1992 Constitution Act 277 and Act 759 subsection 57 1 requires of the candidate to be a chief and that he must, in accordance with the customary law and usage, A. Qualified to be a chief, B. Have been nominated as a chief, C. Have been elected or selected as a chief, and D. Have been installed and installed as a chief. As stated already, all 4 essentials need to be satisfied in every given case before the installation of a chief will be valid. The installation will be invalid if one of these is not satisfied. This was the view taken by the Ayirema Supra. Another authority for this view is in Re Pabensto, Kakari versus Abebu II Supra. In that case, installation was held to be contrary to customary law and practice, and in nullity in that it was performed without the consent and concurrence of the relevant section of the family.
Eshe be nona kani mla nomi ni achi wo mla ni fefe ni wo constitution le hunka ni noni ameke ji noni hani nibi ni hani meyo emu dani ameto maja cheme sani fe aja ke kome ko ja ye mi nona fi eyemu ma kanija mepo ameke as stated already, all 4 essentials need to be satisfied in every given case before the installation of a chief will be valid. As stated already, all 4 essentials need to be satisfied in every given case before the installation of a chief will be valid. The installation will be invalid if one of these is not satisfied. Nibi niha nimu yuemu dani to manje. Ni yomi afa boama no mi atobo ye kusum bediano to no kani bi ke ekomepo ja emi ono eye the Supreme Court emano mi ni majale mi eko. This view is in Re-Kwabe 2 Karikari versus Ababio Supra. In that case, installation was held to be contrary to customary law and practice, and a nullity in that it was performed without the consent and
of the relevant sections of the family. No na kene. No ke komebo ye mu no na afi. No ke me ke sanjin e ashi me akeshi to e na me ka to ame na agbaye. Ni ye heku ele mo ake atokule brabo mo kwe fakule lente rubu ke mo kwe fakule. Afe kokusungu akule keke ne ake nyaje bu feli. Mi kele. No yo bla mi e. Wo kesane ye alo wonu ni bi ahie aboti woni bi amina kase woni aso sande alo afo sande ke fo mo na ke fiti o ni eja no ni mla ke ni ake ni bi ye ni sani afe na ni mo aye mu ke ko mebo na afe ye mo enye ko emu ike ni wolo ese ma amewulu e wonu no ko si be no ni ba yin se di ake a suspend la traditional council o fa ene ko no kan e letter na me ke suspend la traditional council.
So, dated 9 September 2024, suspension of the operation of the traditional council. Federals were earlier deliberations in relation to the smooth operation of the large tradition with the Honorable Minister of Chief Police and Religious Affairs, the acting president of the Greater Accra Regional House, and the registrar of the House. The House and the Ministry has come to a conclusion that the operation of the Traditional Council should be suspended starting from 26 September 2024 to further notice.
Is to allow both the regional house and the ministry to put in place proper measures that will allow the smooth running of the council. And by this letter also requesting all governmental institutions not to deal with any person or group of persons purporting to come under the guise of La Traditional Council membership. All paramount to land related issues must also be put on hold pending or the instrument of a new law chief manager as stated in section 45 of the Chieftaincy Act. Council is directed to hand over all traditional council property to the regional house and for further directives. The kind cooperation of all parties in this regard is deeply appreciated. Monica Nungua Gatole Adu, Registrar, Lawyer Copy, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Interior, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Honorable Minister, Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council, the Honorable Minister, Ministry of Land and Natural Resources, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Local Government, Minister, Ministry of Defense, the Municipal Chief Executive, Land Pantana Assembly, the Administrator, Office of the Administrator of Two Lands, the Chief Executive Officer, Ghana Trade Fair Company, the Registrar, the Traditional Council, and then copy to all members of the Traditional Council.
Yo, Eshe, be Nungoni ke ni wolo ese mame wulu ni amengmane akeshi.
Amen suspend la traditional council. Ni Kenya kan ye
echon noni tun tupo ewo le ake na kan ni noni tun ewo na ke a suspend la traditional council ni agbenele won echon mla eja ke ton boni ke manche yele gbediano tu mla ye na ke tun ni echon mla ni woton ni echon no ni le hun ni wo fi agbene amete ni amenchon ni bi ni wo ka fi ke boni me ke wo akana Shwamo enese ne ba no hun na ka me bon wi mo o be ni aje ko fe la sikite no ne fi o eje me ni ta fla che tu e wa le nu no ko ne fo nu pa ni ne bumo le hani ene ebane ni atenu ko ahun ministry ni ji minister ama kele la me akela ke sikite ile kra de nche no ne fi o de nche je mo ko ni minister le hun we minister of justice wi ake sikite ile kra ke je mo ko ni secretary ni le fi ono ne fi o ye la we mo na ma wi ni bi na me yo ke fiti o mi ni de lepe chia ke me other ministers regional minister me ake o ake sikite ile kra de nje asmo aje mo ko ni secretary amede ncha amele no ni ame yo be ko ma me ko cha me be ko ma me ke secretary nle ake secretary mo afili ni ebu o mama ni ta manche ni jono ye council wo bogwa wo bala ni bi amindan ni Sunday edo Tomboni ke la me fe e manomi ni woji ye tomboni ke sani e do wa no smoni mabuti la me fe manomi me da njeni ayo sikiteli e wa me ye gbe so to ya no ni amete me ku me mo na me ye keje sikiteli e fun e ame ye si mene ame ge sikiteli e o cha me ke se ke ya ebe ye se wo fe wo bana wo nibi ni amewile ni tamoboni hani agbala ni bi ami akane mla wo gbe pamudi ake wolo na ma abachun mla ni woton chiachun we mo ni ano e mami kenklen ji akesin be wo ise ye council no ni blofu ba aka ke we are not properly constituted no he wo ni afi no na afi e sia metun ye wolo emi ni we mo e ko ji akebe wo yete ni jimmi mankra loka kwa shonche wo pe wo yo council ni wo nwe gbeni moko aba ibe mi naka tamo woni wiye wo ke mla ke kusun gbenya no to ni moni no ke gbenya no to ija wo chi moko na akeshin eba council Kena kan ameke me mla to me aboni sane in council. No ni blofu ba ke which law prescribes the number to properly constitute a traditional council or a house of chiefs. Nkwe mla me fe na ko mla ko na kan ni ke ake me ya aboni sane in council ne. Ye no se ke mla ye mla ko no achon nona fi o yem la mi na ke blot we ina ko no yem la mi pa la mi le wa ina no ko de ko ake sinke me aise traditional council le aka me akpasa ina ko no ko ye mla mi na kan ken na kan le wu ye The media, this is to prove this to the last end. Akeshi Kena Kaini, la traditional council pay ni me ishaku again. Traditional councils ni Ghana fe me yesha again. No one la traditional council pass suspend. The media take it up and ask whether it is only the La Traditional Council that is not properly constituted in the whole of Ghana, hence the decision to suspend it. And ask them which law supports that. Kayema afiononija na kemla funi nyebia eneme. Mineba ni la. Chi insha meni fe la menu ka mediafi. Ake afe ne na kenye wono kodi no na meta o bona me ni ase la me no ka meti afu ameno amete na ma ke ame ni biye na me ke ame na me ke shikite biye ne ke sekete ni kwe mla no abi ame mla ni yese amete ake. This is to allow both the regional house and the ministry to put in place proper measures that will allow for a smooth running of the traditional council. Kenya ntawana kubeniano nini kumu aya no do ake sani council ake pasaki dani nyeto beniano ko ye ni tumu ni lugu ya no kuna ni tumu danu tuo ibeniano ni beniano kuna ametuona batwe wole ni nyebapi ni le one keshi tomoboni ke me aboni your traditional council and the traditional councils any organa run smoothly low now ma suspend the la traditional council. The media take it up. Are all traditional councils in Ghana running smoothly? Why is it that only la traditional council has been suspended for measures to be put in place for its smooth running? Yeah. Any what I want me. Any what I want me. Ajendia. Somebody ke lame. Jime nugu ene kedi. Kaya smooth running. Nibi hepo no talo kechuo ni kuwe. Ehani ni tumoya. Nyekwa wa you wone no na wa fe again. Tuni wa mani wo cancel bi e yo. Nye ya ko pa. Ni nya kwa akesi na kan me. Ta any of fell any jole yo na ketu ni lo na suspend all our traditional council. The media go around, check the conditions, the environment in which people work at the various traditional councils and find out whether what we have in law is not good and deserves to be suspended. Nyekwa any of fake many me to ni I can help me simple again council be done. She am poor many are suspended here. Dear traditional councils, she was regional house of chiefs. Even the national house, I can many sana ame o jemelo. Me fe ni o jeme. Na me a suspend ya. She about suspend la traditional council. To media ask probe whether all the regional and even the national house of chiefs have their full complement of chiefs who are supposed to be there. And if not, why haven't they been suspended? And they are suspended la traditional council. Tomoboni ke wo ye ma afi noni ja. Ni eneme ni ken wiye. Ameke min fe nuku min fo nupa ni imbu mo in lecho min fe tu no. Mla inyo mla ye mi fe mla nya ye ko fe ndi. No ke nya ye ko fe bala mla ni. Ne tu ko ni ja su kan wo no to aga bu no. Never to know. Call there, Yakasi, she can change Akafi. me ni sani amele ni lawyer so nufa lawyer pana to na mekelation let it to amela agbediano to let ya amalia ma ke la oye akuchi ne huni nine na gbene cancel le sani akluwa amaja ke me agbedi wo ya me ni wo ye tepe min ka kwa chon cheke man kra ko yo cancel ni wo fi no wo sumu ni ta flat wo kenye to la sani monije la shinye na lake loyo nupa le nya bi ole ni le we malia na me mu ni le we ni social media le we kenshi wo ni bona keke gbalo gbabo e bo ye ame ba na ame ba bi ni wo ba gbala shinoni ame yu ole ake wo yeten wo smoni mokuba sanjine ye no akuche ni na gbaba ame me na ame tuwe ahia niji akawe ke klana ame ya kansele no mini to ake wo yeten ni wo smoni mokuba kansele eje ya no kwali me ni sanjimbe ame ye klana ke agbawe ahia ame klana ka agbawe ahia no na me ke ake shi National House of Chiefs ke ake ke sani ye mokwe kra ahile ni wonto ni wona ye wulunye ni wona ko ke ba ti bia ni ye mi susu mo na no e ka fi etamuno ni mo fe mo ni ba ti ni ke manche mo de ke ba bai ake manche ke mo ko ke sande shi la ba ke o sande o ibo shi manche ni no ahibu no na me tun na kan ake shi ake ke sande ye mo ko kra ni wonto e wo ni wona ye wo shita mo na mi ke na kan ni mokoni eje heli awo la manche lewe ba ka ke wo nwene atomi la manche ye ya to ke wo cancel ke we wona ke mla kan do ke ba shi mene wona wo ti se ke wo kwa ke ke mla kan do shi ye susu mona boni ye ke na kan ni nwele mo fe mo ba to manche ma na ba ye mo fe mo wo cancel eda mo ke mo fe mo ma bi fe to ma ja me be ma mi fe traditional council tell mo fe mo ba yi ke ye ko ele ba yi ma no ewo no ni ti no sani me abu ni ana akeke bla pa be akene ke sani yela ni la me ba ti ya shi me ewo ke yi ma ekwe ake wonhu shiponji nwani anya kansile leta ni nkane alu hana kane ye na ake suspicion ne alu pasamo na ka do pasase achi shipon mo mutai shime ke wonhu shiponji nwani asose ni lubemi me ko mela unke aka suspend wo ka shi be ni abatu la manji la mani ye boy ye la me fe si la me kume ani ye mogo me man ni ke onupa ni yo be ma apensen ni katu manje nani ma aya constitution e den je chum akeshin manje ni the president of the traditional council ke be ma enyo ya no ewo mukunye eteshi ni eka keshi ke manje be sanima apensen ufa ni no ubakale
Yo, I go to go back again. Chieftaincy Act, you know, under the article 15.3, the president of a traditional council shall preside at meetings of the council, and where the president is unable to attend a meeting, the chief next to the president in seniority on the council shall preside at the meeting. Yo, keshe, yona kani echumage, kama nchebe mukuyeni sali kwebuni nibi aya.
Yebe mini mlale baba lo amlalu ba fe mlapu na ke kudo manche yele. Wo yegbe jano tudu ke fulawo ma. Ni yela be shortly e bakeho ni manche be ma ni afla ma hanye ku. Ke yebe mini te kwa su manchi. Ejet mu 1904 kata 1904 kata 1913 dana to odua cheme me kumekwe ma na lemoni ye na kekwe ma eye wojiami no ojele ko bakoda ni kemanche be ake ma apensen ni gbejiano na kekwe ma la me fe no mugunya ka keshi je na kan wojin ye ni yo dasi keje 1904 kata 1913 moni kwe ma dana to odua chen na kwa odua chen 1918 dana ba to mali da 1919 moko ni kwe ma me ko me ni kwe ma ni moko nyenyi no wojin ye no je ake manche be no ma ba kan shi ni mali da dagbo 1936 dani abato ajona no me ke moko nyenye na ke kwe ma dana to ajona na pa ajona no 1955 moko kwe ma ahun ete Gasset Council boye la na jiami ni be mi na to kwakranya dana eshi ni apale fa ipo akeshi ato manche fe shin genge manche ni ke uje na kan disande shin beje anu to e uje ami e ani nya tawa ni apa kwakranya dana ba to ko tetechu nyele moni nye ma anyi na keto beje anu benyele namoni numo ko ne chulu namoni ene me fe la meke amele na meke shikite ile di mukuli na meke ke manche be ma aka yano amele ni me ni ko na kan amele ni ke anwa ye wulu emele nwa ke na kan eja ekemla kan bi oje no ko ni sani mambi mene afwa noni ameko ake wo ho shipon julo eke nibi ye mati ipu eche nibi ekume amenye social media ni ake wujin komenchon wolo indencha na amekechon madina regularization ni woyino ne no fe no ni wo fi echon wolo no je ake mugwe awon shipon ni ekewo ekutokum ke mugwe fi no ni ja odase ni yo okeba oh, majina chemeti ya ahun shipon na ma ahun ne bona me hon lele eni ameke shikati ne keke owe shije no we mo fulu ake majina cheme on shipon no wa close traditional council the media asked them for evidence of their allegations that we are selling lands and misappropriating funds. I may provide evidence. Fi make nya ke ye wo yino ne eji yinoko ne so to ye la mankula mo bejiano to ake be mi ni nu egbe hie fotro be wo me na me to wo loye no wo to bejiano no wo ke sa cancel ni ji ina cho ne palace ke porte keje afi abona amane nye na ni afi no wo ye dan nye na afi no wo ye dan sin wo yi no ni wo sa ni wo to bejiano na ke fi yala fefo yala nye anya bi a planning committee bi ye majia cheme amete me ni wa na ke to bejiano ni yala itile boni itile ye anya bi a keshe lu mele sikitelie le je bomobonyu si ke etu na fe jale ni ake ejwama ye anya bi a ye wo yi no ne nibi nisani maani ni ashe no wo famo na gye ake legon shipon ha 1948 abegbeji ano to ko ake shi ke la me ya aha me gbe ye me afi no ku shi ye wo yi no ne wo ke legon onupa etashi ni atogbeji ano ake abaha la me gbe no ni blofo cho le concession ne wo formalize le me ni cho ame ake ameji la me na ma me yolumo ke ni bi ame yinu be mi na yolumo de ame afi no si wo yinu ne wo fi wo formalize concession arrangement with the University of Ghana ni wo yen ni bi ko kuma fe ame yo si ame ke wo ji me ni wo dwala leta na ma ame copy prefer ni be ame susu moji ake shin won to gbejan ni why prefer compensation koni woye no ewo be a copy trade fair ni tumbo ni nke la me ko mele ni trade fair bi eje am ba compensation am la lo e ba compensation si ma ni nyele ake wo mu we wo nye jale gbese e ja ake kun e la me ko me ngati megbe na me ya na ma ho la trade fair ni o je me fin e trade fair yo 100 kese ameke aha wo 74 million Ghana cedis ni a share no ko trefe 74 million Ghana cedis ni ken ko ke wo nwene shika mi a share no ko mana kan ni letter ko ni na me ni bo ni gbe ola shin ni ka mete shin ni ameke wo bo nji julo e ke man gbalo o fa ni o kan ni letter
And then land solution, land violation commission. 2020, that's the sum of the man 29 April 2020. The Honorable Minister.
Planning through the Honorable Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, through the Executive Secretary, Lands Commission, Attention Chief Director, DS State Lands, Accra Lawadi Trade Fair Instrument, 1967, EI-10. Application for the release of funds to pay land claim compensation. The division requests for the release of a total compensation sum of 74,856,120 cedis payable to the Ngmati Abunansi family last home in respect of 100.32 acres out of their submitted claim of 211.3 acres certified to be conflict free, occupied and in possession of the Ghana Trade Fair Company under their building APC. The division has to date received 8 claims for processing in respect of the 236.92 acres land acquired by the government of Ghana. This request covers only 132 acres in the possession of the Ghana Trade Fair Company Limited, certified to be with without any issues and conflict free by the division. The Ngwati Abunase family stroke last one has accepted the division's compensation claim offer in the accrued sum of 74,856,180 cedis, detailed as follows. Claimant Matia Abunase family last one 618,980 cedis. Professional fee for Terma Real Estate Consultancy and Ishakwete Code. And that is 4,236,140 cedis. Your office will be notified when the issues or conflicts are resolved, including any new developments. Please find attached copies of the following relevant documents for your perusal. Offer letter to the claimant through their consultant. Acceptance letter from the claimant. Proprietary plan identifying the Matia Abunase family store claim area. The executive instrument number 10 of 1967. The administrative charge payable to the division at 10% of the total claimant compensation amount approved by the Fees and Charges Amendment Instrument 2015 LI 2228. Payable to the division is in the sum of 7,061,890 Ghana cedis. Yours faithfully, Benjamin Arthur, Director.
Amoboni ke achewo manjaloi eni pilo shi wotashi no ni la mekome ni moko lebo no na meke amemo mine wono na amema ni keje dromona ni wona kwen ahola akeleti shikana ya air trade fair ni 74 million Ghana cedis they share no kuye trade fair shikon 100 acres. Niko ke ba dollar po emene eho 15 she get wo fail 15 cedis 15 cedis be e atomo $5 million. Niko o divide by 100 many acres be ahon 1 acre $50,000. Many aplowa she kon put enye ahon ni aba won trade fair she kon ake trade fair she kon ba 1 acre $50,000. Mene me niko ake wo bun wo dwala ma kani aya ni wodi ni shenu wo han wo lo ese ma go ba le kani mo ni wo lo ese ma
Yo from Amateur and Co. 9 June 2021. The Director, Land Valuation Division, Lands Commission, Cantonment Accra. There is an application for release of funds to pay land claim compensation. Reference number LVB 189/84. We write for and on behalf of the last one who have referred your letter dated 19th March 2021, which was received only 2 weeks ago, to us with instructions to say that they had at no time agreed to the sum mentioned in your letter, as they have not seen the basis that inform the value place of the land. They would very much wish to be part of any valuation process which must be transparent and which must reflect current value of land in the neighborhood of La Chitwe. Secondly, they reserve the right to choose who should represent them as lawyer in this matter. Our client, in interest of amicable resolutions of all issues prior to any payment of compensation, would like to meet you on Thursday, the 17th of June 2021 at 2 p.m. in your office. Please confirm suitability of date and time. Yours in good faith, Amata Few. Copy last to Matia Abunase Porter, the Executive Secretary, Lands Commission, Farouk Seydu, Transaction Advisor.
Ni woni le se no be wo lo ni wo ha wo lo ya gba ke no na fi wo le he ko nko ake
mobo ela ake otashi e me yon kwe afi ni
aya mo ne ke shika na ni trade fair aya no ni ba ni ayo me ni wo ma lete ne lands commission ame aito na me chon wo me ni mawulu e o fa ile bunu kan li
The last commission, land valuation commission, 13 July 2020.
Mr. Amaka Amatefio of Amatefio and Co. There's an application for release of funds to pay land claim compensation. Reference number LVP 189/84. Refer to your letters dated 9 June 2021 and 11 February 2023 in respect of the claim by the last two for compensation for land acquired for trade fair located at La Accra. The records show that Terama Real Estate Consultancy was a valuation firm that represented both Matia Bunase family and last two during the compensation negotiations. Since the claim was a joint claim, after the negotiations, the Land Valuation Division issued the offer of compensation in a letter dated 26 November 2019 to Matia Bunase family and last two through Terama Real Estate Consultancy. Terama Real Estate Consultancy submitted a letter dated 14 January 2020 accepting on behalf of its clients Matia Bunase and last two the offer of compensation. Subsequent to the acceptance of the offer of compensation, Terama Real Estate Consultancy forwarded the Land Valuation Division a letter signed by Ni Adeboy. Subsequent to the acceptance of the offer of compensation, Terama Real Estate Consultancy forwarded to the Land Valuation Division a letter signed by Ni Adeboy II as Matia Abunase Manche and addressed to the Terama Real Estate Consultancy and copied to the acting La Manche, which letter informed the principal consultant of Terama Real Estate Consultancy that, as communicated to you much earlier by the lawyers of Matia Abunase last two, the check for the joint payments should be paid into an escrow account at the La Community Bank for the subsequent disbursement as agreed by the claimant, while the check for professional fees are paid through you. It was on the basis of the acceptance of the offer letter that the division requested for funds from the Ministry of Finance to pay the compensation. It is therefore surprising that your clients will say that they only recently got to know about the offer of compensation and that they had at no time agreed to the sum mentioned in your letter, as they have not seen the basis that informed the value placed on their land. The records show that Terama Real Estate Consultancy negotiated very keenly both the basis and the quantum of the compensation which was offered and accepted. Notwithstanding the above, the division is ready to engage your clients and to provide the basis that inform the value placed on the 100.32 acres that has been assessed. On account of the above, we invite your clients to a meeting on the 3rd August 2023 at 10 a.m. at the conference room of the Lands Commission to deliberate and discuss the matters relating to the compensation of the trade fair site. We sincerely apologize for the delay in responding to your letters. Thank you. Sincerely yours, Emmanuel Ochi, for Director. Copied the Executive Secretary, Lands Commission, the National Chairman, Lands Commission, the last two to traditional council, and Matia Abunase Quarter.
Do, Eshe, or no, I say, Benyana, many AJ was saying. Na ke Mati Emomi, he made Yellow Nungua. Ni Aje was saying, ni mene ameke julo ejiwo na me bi ni ameka me ekolo shipoji nke ni bi ye chadu amenche wo julo amen no na ameti ameji wo se ni amevini kenye kwe jale sandini no na ji mati ke ma se na afi ni ke je drumu na ni woni ni ashe no akema eti boni ameto ni ayale ni na mebo ameke wo wonto wa he prefer compensation ni wo yi Nungua was more ni moko ba cancel no assessment cancel
mahana kane no kweko ake wakote ni bialu
wote wata oboni mene prefer school ni kaje ha ijala boni salefi o fa ne kandi mu no ni current valuation and kandi mo
Current valuation for compensation. We have conducted a current valuation for compensation based on subsisting land values today and have arrived at a total compensation assessment of 2,052,280,700 Ghana cedis, or 2 billion, inclusive of 10% valuation and legal fees as presented below. Claimants 1,865,717,000. Professional valuation stroke legal fees 186,571,700 Ghana cedis. Refer to the attached report.
Ni wo boti ni biami ni woka akwe mene jala nona 2 billion Ghana cedi 2 billion
ni mekumeti amai 74 million ke wokene ni aje ku fe gbomoboyi le sumo maano ya moni sumo maano ya leji moni tu ona fi ni apalo alo moni ya homa le sumo maano ya ni bi ni ano ni bi ni ano wo trefe ni ojeme no na tun wo ebe mi ka ke aha wo shika mo ko ko wo shika ka me susu mo ji wo de wa e shika ko wa e ko shika ko no ni atun eje wo ka pa ni wo ngbe ni aba aha wo no ko ni ebe ime no ni wo ke bi ale bu di ake shipo anwe ke awo e ja ke wo pe no ni ya no je tutu trefe mo ni yo ke ama je na ka fi o eje me no ake wo shipo awo ka awo shika o ba yi ba tan ake wo shipo awo o de je ke awo be ni boni di manjalo je ni aje ku fe le ka fe no nija ake e ko mepe ko ne trefe pe no ne ni na 74 million shini woti wa bote ni bia me manager la 2 billion Ghana cedis wonke womembe ni akela baya ni wona ise ake wo sipo awo many on the kema ni bia se na ma bia me te me ko me chen homes na cho ake company ni be e agbe chen homes joint venture ni me yo chika ni ameyo neke me ne amenye social media amenche won julo ye be mi ni sa ni bi e fe ta bobo ni ke e ba je o je ake wo yino ne wo bu wo njala lo wo la shi won tu ko ni la ya ni mambi ana ma ise shi e mobo ake la me ku menu ni ka metishin no na ba ke ame me ni fi oni bi ko yi ya ha me yi ko ni ameka na ni tun papa mo ko ni ameteshike wo ni ayu ni bi ni be shi e ku me ne ni chone benye na boni ni bi e yone trust na to e bejiano wolo na ke to e bejiano o fa ne ba che sikunjin e boni atu bejiano ni sani eyale che
So is that the people from essence as baseline? Yeah. Land use is time and acres. Residential 1,266.35 acres. Education 151.25 acres. Civic and culture 119.25 acres. Racial public open spaces 197.75 acres. National recreational facilities, that is mango and wildlife reservation, 250 acres. Roads 312.46 acres. Light industrial area 15.3 acres. Farmland reserve 250 acres.
ena enecho ni atu trust e hin bejiano na atu ke ha hu ko ake sanimo ashin mo ko ye je farmland 215 acres la me e patasi kon fe ni me ni yo ni bi boyi na se amete me kuma ye mi 3D ni yele am shika amete shin ake ni aje ku fe yan bi ake no ni ete no eje ni ye mi lo ni no fe no la shite ni aje ku fe akpatasi kun fe ni me ni fe ni bi boyi na me ameke leti iwo na ke a suspend la traditional council amete me kuma ye mi ni ashe ina ashe shi amena gba ni la me kuma le we na ni ka te shi ake ni aje ku fe la shite le jo ala la me nyeti ashe ni nyehani afia nonija ye suspension mi no na me ke ji ake be a suspend ma wo ma ja che me de nche ahe wo iwale ye wodi no wonye no ko wotu ni me ku me ye ke be ni ahe wo iwale be ameji ma ni amede ncha amele no ni ameluo shi mintu oni mambi fan le ake ma wonkula ma olu ni be mi ni mla baba ni ake kula manche yeli wo man kula mo be jano to ni ali nyele le nwa keshi no na me fi mbute mla mi ina mla ni woton e wo na fi no na fi no ko echi wo na keshi wo kula wo ma ano ni mla be jano to mi muko be egbe ni esa manche kuna lu man na keshi ekakula eman no mani akane ye wo mamla ni joti ni ji wo constitution koni nye botwe fine kandemo section 270. 270.
When it comes to that chieftains, institution of chieftains, section 270. And the institution of chieftains, together with its traditional councils, are established by customary law and usage. Law and usage is hereby guaranteed. 2. Parliament shall have no power to enact any law. 2. Confers on any person or authority the right to accord or withdraw recognition or from a chief for any purpose whatsoever, or be in any way distract or derogates from the honor and dignity of the institution of chieftains. 3. Nothing in or done under the authority of any law shall be held to be inconsistent with or in contravention of clause 1 or 2 of the article of the law. Article of the law makes provisions for a determination.
But any into one kind of ninja na jake ke parliament umugubebe ni itu mlako ni ekesa majia chemalo ameni chumona majale mieko article 70 clause 2 noni ke the parliament shall have no power to enact any law which confers on any person or authority the right to accord or withdraw recognition to or from a chief for any purpose whatsoever. Be in any way detracts or derogates from the honor and dignity of the institution of chieftaincy. Noni mla kene, o mla ni duty ni constitution e ge ni ade ku fe ke. Je ni ade ku fe ke o. Noni mla kene. No nke no na me fi abutemi kuna kwa kechi eke mla ma gbelu. Shitamobo ni nke wo ma wo mla ni na bakube wo me ni ko ye ma mi ake ahi iwale ye wonde na menya ake ka na mati me kwe nye nuwe ameke kansele ame na gbeba aka me gbe na eke ake nshi mati ma la ye ka ma ake ame le no mo shi ame ana ma aka seni ame ana ma aka seni o la me nye kasi ani ni nye le ani shimlaye ni mla o ke tuni ye leta na ngma ke ha me ni sani wo hi nona ke ye minji ake shin ke sanjin ye court and my last paragraph ke we wish to make it clear that the traditional council is a statutory body which have representatives from the various divisions within the traditional area. So pending the final determination of any matter before the law court or judicial committee, the traditional council has the traditional council and no one has the legal right to stampede any chief from being registered or administered. Noni ameke kesande kote wokun woye ofun ni mena metona na wo lawyer say ka ma ke ka fi na ka contempt eja ke kesani ye kote sani mo fe mo anu we wo na kwepo na yi sanine no ni ishebina ba fi elections here regional house of chiefs aka me ti court yo ame fe election ame ka ke na ke san ti court ame ya no koni ame fe election se she ame ke la traditional council sanjin ye court si wo kun wo ye wo fo koni wo he me she ame na ti court ya me election se ame pensen wo la me ke mambi nye kwa ke ne jale sanini no nke enwe na ye boti ami ninye nche na ke jale ni lo je aje ko fe ni ke ja nya boti ami the media probe the issues to find out whether they are right in the eyes of the law. If the regional house says that despite the pending cases in court, we should go ahead and admit people they claim to be chiefs, while the same house, when they were going to conduct their elections for the president of the house, some people have gone to court to seek for an injunction to restrain them from going ahead. They have restrained themselves and they are not going ahead with the elections, but they are saying that traditional council should overlook the law and admit people they claim to be chief. Prove whether this is right or wrong. It is not near the over who is saying it is right or wrong. I say everybody should go and prove. Mambi and yonya buti anibia ukonye nake ejalu eja je dane abaka ke last kitili nia je ku fe ni ke aye gbe ya ife tunu elechon nke ku akeshi mfe moku ni jishikitili last kitili pe gimi ni last kitili jimi ni nibi ni woji yana akande je no ni mile chenso je no ni mema shimla ke woji ni yo wo ke no ku ame bote ni bia na kaka ke sun ni aje ku fe be ne pu ame butwe na je ka gbe na le nwe ame ba je shi anukwale mayui muku wo egbe ye anukwale gbe mo ni noni ja noji noni se ni manye wo ke mbana gbe mauga ake wo ake majian cheme wo ye ni wo ba fa wo majian he koni no ya aba ni wo ba wo kusun he ni ke no ya aba wo sani wo kwe ni afi no nija ni keme nteshin ni amentuo ni afi no nija sani wo teshi woshi la me what is washi si washi ta mo na mi me ku me ke ame ya demonstration moni ame ke pia no na fi ni na gba yo ni ame ke la me fe ame ke ya le ade si nye ka ame ti pe elu ame nwa wuji ame ke la me fe ya demonstration si wo ba nana si na wo eji what is ke shi no ni ja ni wo hani afi no ni ja eja ke nibi ekume ete no ye majie ekumano neke na bamba ni eshe eni agbeme ke wo ba ko English Jamestown eneme ne yano ni afi no ne ja ni mambi ete nhanya hu agbemogu nakan atu akebala ni boni ngbe kanu ekolebe miji moni tuni abatwa shituwe ko ba tuwe ka hai mugu ka ose bodu wata shine ba no ba da mo shino nge oni aje mo foto mla ko ya hai mugu alote na atwa mituwe ya ka gbomo yibu ni ko gbe mi anukwale oni ogbe anukwale mo gbe gbe anukwale jale gbe ese yin no omo ko gbe mi ofe mi loko anukwale ba yin ni na gbe abayo meni di ma gbalo wo mati abuna sebi kelame nyeti ashin ni nye fan no kwale nye fia no ni jase wo kan na agbe ni me fe no ne ja ni ameke bule wo kusun ni ameke fite wo man fe nye na fan keshin no ne te no mi hebe shi ameke ngbe efono no eje ni ji awi eja ke ngbala ni bia nye nu ni bia shin nye ha mambi alia shi anukwale ese nye ni wo adafitwa lo nye ye de ake nyebani me ale ni bi peshi nye botio ni bi ame ni me ananu ni ji kwale. The media, you are not only there to report and spread news, you are there to probe and investigate, to let people know what is right and alert the citizenry when something is going wrong. Don't sit by and look on. Wasaniakane onye jalegbese muku nyen ewo hegbe ke ngbe fitemo ke nibi ni bemi ni mapensen no ni jijale mahani afeyela nye twanu manyaba.
Today's gathering was organized by the Matia Bonasi quarter, of which I, Nyaje Kofedi for the Lash Kiteli, is the supreme leader. What necessitated this gathering was that there has been an issue concerning the La Traditional Council, which has led to the suspension, the purported suspension, as I will call it. And it has created misconceptions. But the main reason why we organize this gathering is that there have been various accusations leveled against me that I am the cause of what has happened, and I do not want people to be admitted into the traditional council or to the traditional council. I want all and sundry to know that that is false, that I am not the cause. The issues for which people or some people have not been able to be admitted into the council started during the reign of the late Lamanje, around 2014 and 2015. And they are all legal issues. So we cannot overlook the law and do what is not right. Some of those who have the issues have gone to court, and the cases are still pending in court. We were invited by the Minister of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs for a discussion on the issues. We explained things to him that they are legal matters. They told us that there is a directive from the National House of Chiefs that if somebody has been installed and there is even a case against the person should be admitted into the traditional council. We asked them for evidence on paper or a document to attest to that. We are yet to receive that. If you look at the definition of a chief under the Chieftaincy Act, that is section 57, it goes that a chief is a person who, hailing from the appropriate family and lineage, has been validly nominated, elected, or selected and installed as a chief or a queen mother in accordance with the relevant customary law and usage. That is what the law says. When you refer to Justice Brobe's book, that is the law of chieftaincy in Ghana, what it says about that, and page 144 is that what the 1992 Constitution, Article 277 and Article 759, Section 57(1) require of a candidate to be a chief are that he must, in accordance with customary law and usage, A. Qualify to be a chief. B. Have been nominated as a chief. C. Have been elected or selected as a chief. And D. Have been installed and installed as a chief. As stated already, all four essentials need to be satisfied in every given case before the installation of a chief will be valid. The installation will be invalid if one of these is not satisfied. This was the view taken by the Supreme Court in Akenten II and Ayuema Supra. Another authority for this view is in requirements to Karikari versus Ababio Supra. In that case, installation was held to be contrary to customary law and practice and the nullity in that it was performed without the consent and concurrence of the relevant sections. So if any of the requirements under law is not met, any installation of a chief is invalid. And the cases that are pending before the Traditional Council were all originated from the respective quarters of those that the cases are against. It is not Niaje Ofe who took the cases to the Traditional Council for people to say that I am the cause of the non-admission of those people. It is from their quarters. The Matia Bonase one is from the Matia Bonase quarter. The Abese one is from Kokam Franwe, from the Abese quarter. The Drase one is from Lomowe, from the Drase quarter. The Leshi one is from Ofusonwe, from the Leshi quarter. So I do not understand why people should say that it is Niaje Ofe who is the cause. I have read the law, and what I am for is for the right thing to be done in accordance with the law. So those who have gone to say things about me at the regional house, in the ministry, and they are also not cross-checking, and they are castigating me and attacking my character for doing what is not right, is not good for our chieftaincy. What the law says is what we should do. So if there is anything contrary to the law, we should still resort to the law to remedy it than to put it on people and attack those people. When we met with the minister and they said the National House has given a directive that if even there is a case pending, we should admit the person. We asked for documentation, but as I said, we've not had it. What we rather received was a letter requesting us to admit purported chiefs into the Traditional Council, of which our lawyers advised against. They wrote in response to that. Without a response to our lawyers' letter, we received a letter that the Traditional Council has been suspended. And that letter was not even clear on the reason for the suspension. It stated no law that the Traditional Council has flouted, hence the suspension. It went on to say that government institutions should not deal with us. We should not even transact on stool lands. What I want everyone to know is that chieftaincy is governed by law. And in such instances, every decision that is taken should be clear in accordance with the law. One may ask, even if they say we should admit people and we've not admitted them, what law have we flagged? And what they did, the suspension, is it a sanction that the law prescribed for what we did? I think we should all go into this and see whether what they did was legal. When the suspension letter came, news started going around that we have been suspended because we don't have the requisite numbers or we are not properly constituted as a fractional council. One may ask, which part of the law states the requisite numbers that a traditional council should have or prescribes the proper constitution of a traditional council? Which part of the law, the Chieftaincy Act, says that? And even if the law says that, which part of the law prescribes for the suspension of a traditional council if it is not properly constituted? One may also ask, why is it restricted only to La? Are all traditional councils in Ghana and the regional houses of chiefs currently properly constituted? And if not, why haven't any of them been suspended but only La traditional council? As I said, it is Lamen, some Lamen, for their own selfish interest, who went to scheme for this to happen. But the issue is whether what has been done is right in the eyes of the law. And I want all to probe. Others are adding negative twists to it, that we are selling lands. That is why the council has been suspended. I will treat everyone to ask those people to provide evidence of the lands that we are selling. And even if we are selling lands, those who suspended us, do they have the mandate to say La? Elders are selling lands, so they are suspending the traditional council. And all those who are peddling this false have not been able to provide any evidence. People are doing galamsey. Water bodies have been polluted, and experts are saying that we will be importing water in the near future. Those areas where they are doing galamsey, they've not even suspended their traditional council. And you say like traditional council leaders are selling land, so you are suspending the council. Okay, that's right. All those who are accusing us, they should bring evidence. But interestingly, some of those who are behind this are complicit in bad things that are going on in land. I made them read letters concerning the trade fair compensation. They thought we are going to take the trade fair compensation and then keep it to ourselves. But I've made them to read letters to you. That shows that some of those people who are rather behind this are the same people who are bringing La down. They are rather going to accept a paltry figure that is not commensurate with current value as regards the trade fair compensation, for which we have kicked against. And we just didn't kick against it, but we commissioned evaluation and were made to know the current value, which was put at 2 billion Ghana cedis, whilst they were going for 74 million Ghana cedis. These are the people who are rather accusing us of doing bad things. And to let all our men know, our regime, our current regime, is one of the best in land. Because anything that we do is for the progress of land. We have renovated the La Palace, which has not been renovated since it was constructed. We organized a very beautiful funeral for our late chief, and all can attest to how the funeral went. And you can check from the planning committee people, the chiefs, who helped in making that funeral a successful one. But yet, people get up and then they attack me, the last day, saying all sort of things, that I'm nobody, I am a secretary, I am a linguist, forgetting that all have affirmed the position of the Lashkite, and the Lashkite has played his role over the years. So to turn around now to say the Lashkite is nobody, he's a secretary, he's a linguist, they are even confused, they don't know what they are talking about, secretary or linguist. It's far-fetched, and people should go into the records to educate themselves on the position of the Lashkite, which all are those who are even accusing or saying things about the Lashkite have affirmed. What they said in the letter that we cannot, or the Traditional Council shouldn't operate until the installation of La Manche or the proper constitution of the council. I think it's not consistent with the law, and I made them read the part of the law that states that also by the constitution, it is also not right in the face of the law. So that part of the constitution, section 270, was also read. So laymen should be patient and know that the La Town is still running. The powers of the chiefs have not been taken from us. Our authority is intact. We are in charge of the La State, and we will ensure the right thing is done. All army, including the media, should probe into the issues to find out whether what has been done is right or wrong. The same body that wrote the letter for the admission of chiefs, for which it stated that we wish to make it clear that the Traditional Council is a statutory body which have representatives from the various divisions within the traditional area. So pending the determination of any matter, before the law court or judicial committee of the Traditional Council, no one has the legal right to stampede any chief from being registered or admitted into a Traditional Council. That is what they're asking us to do, to disrespect the courts, to overlook the law, and we should ask ourselves whether this is legal. The same body, when they got to the election of the president of their house, some people have gone to court. They have respected the law by putting the elections on hold. Why are they asking the Traditional Council to ignore the court and admit people they claim to be chief? As I said, there are issues in court, and from the law, if any of the essentials that should be met for one to qualify as a chief is not met, that person cannot be called a chief. So we should all probe and let people know what the issues are, and to ensure that the right thing is done. I, Kpokpoi for the last day, have not done anything wrong. What I want to be done is what is right and what is in accordance with law and custom. So those who have gone out there to go and misinform people at the regional house and the ministry that I am the boss. They are doing the wrong thing. And for those who are being told the things that are not right, I think for the sake of natural justice, they should have cross-checked to find out whether what the people are telling them is right or wrong. But they also do not check the facts, and then they go ahead castigating Niaje Fufe. And I heard my name is being mentioned in negative terms in the regional house and then the Ministry of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs. But I have done nothing. All that I want to be done is what is right and in accordance with the law. And you can all attest to it, that when I was doing my submission, we were reading documents and the law, not something that I have created or useless. There will be nothing in this time. There will be nothing, because there will be lawlessness, there will be chaos. If they say the National House of Chiefs has given a directive that anyone who has been installed as a chief, that person should be admitted into traditional councils, even if that is right. What country are we creating? Does it mean any of you here can just get up and say, oh, I am a chief? If somebody says you are not a chief, they say, oh, once he says I'm a chief, admit him. Are we going to have a peaceful nation and town with this? That anybody, I am a chief, admit me, and then we also admit the person. Then even the traditional council will not be enough to accommodate all of us, because everybody will be a chief in La and in Ghana. So we should do the right thing. We should do the right thing. As I said, some of those who are behind and I've given a few examples to expose them. So I entreat all army and the media to follow due process in everything that they do. Follow custom and then to follow the law. I wouldn't be intimidated, and I am not intimidated by their attacks. I will stand on my grounds to do the right thing. In certain towns, we can all see where with people being murdered. Maybe it will get to my thing. But as I say, if you kill me, you cannot kill the truth. And if you are a man, don't go and hide people to kill me or attack anyone who is for the truth. Because if you kill me or anyone who is for the truth shall still remain. And no one has been able to solve any problem with violence. So those who think that when they don't get what they want, they will resort to violence, they are deceiving themselves. But I call on all of you to support what is right. As the saying goes, you have to be citizens and not spectators. So go into the issues to find out whether what has been done is right or wrong. If it is not right and it is wrong, stand up against the wrong and let La protect its customs and usages for La to progress. I am not going to allow anyone to do what is not right. So I entreat all of you to support that cause. I thank you all. Thank you all.
Nungua na Ibash. ya no mo em ka ale no potem ko sani na ba one wo no ko bi ma lo ni bi mo ye wo yi enu mo ko o anya o ke je o wo le mi fa che o wo le no fa ne be ke mo ko ale no yele se bogun asumune bi ni wo fe da lo ni wo be ke ebi eni e tanu wo cha no da o te me mo ye
Abonasie numo wala se chele ahabu wonda abonasie bi fe ashi si no ni poteni ta wa ke ma bi mene bine ake ye numo iwe mo mi efe ewi about traditional council ikuku iwe mo bi akeshi kwama expect ake sanu ko traditional council bi fata ehi ye bi ene mene nutumo na ehi bona fe ni iwe mo agye emu alo keje na kan hu ekun sani traditional council bi na ko me fotehi eja ke wiemo titiri ya ka traditional council bi ya no ni efe ma ke traditional council le ekemme jime ni amekuni o traditional council le shi ani ebala ke shi eba response to the personal issue say alo ewe ha traditional council energy kukubo no ni ta wa ga mabi
Eshe wonyemi nuera don ile ake ye bi ene ke je shisije lo eja ake no ni ke eji ake otie wo ni nche pe na eji ake ayue ni bi keshimi iwe ake no na ayue keshimi e no hewo ni nche pe oji oti ake no ni ya no mi no hewo nche pe no ko ko en mati abona se pe ni wani wɔkyɛ yɛ bi yɛ ne mpii no ni bi le ho ni etete ehye sɛ ni yɛ susu mu na ebe mi yɛ no ni kɛhwe kwa mi wɔ ni bi na yue kɛhye mi no e wɔ ni nkyɛ pe ne
abonasie woni iwado ada me agbali bi sam bi to ni to ma bi le ke jage accuse le pe akele hani la ajo ni majate me ni fate here amehu mi na me call ye no ni akọ ye ya ke ka me fe kura ma ni ma ya ni wo ko na hwe yin a na bola ra me ni fate ye na kura ma mi na me call ye
eshe na moja menu ke no ni ko mi here no mama yue no nye be ni maja cheme ko me nya bi ameni ke ni bi ni ti no abote mi ake ejalu eja simboni yue maja cheme ame yo dase ake shin wo fe wo ke gbe nko me fi oni wo ke na kan ni wo ke gbe nko me fi oni ni sanjin ko eje mi yi no eje ni je wo tutu la manche yi no na ke mi nko mi e no ele mo fe mu abi e ni oduba akenu ni ya no ejija le lo no shimene ke ni bi na yue ke shimi no ni ko mi e lo shinta
nwera no ka won to fa ye ko o ba be o ni bi lo mo ke o ba ko mo mai kese o che o gbe enu o je mo ni
yo o find igbe aje ni manu aje sanje ko ni aduwe first of all mo bi akeshi and the traditional council keje kula kuchoko yilu mo ni sade represent ejeme am be dialogue ko ni e ko na akeshi olumo na eje uchia na mi ni next person mo ba expect eje na keshi na mi no ni cha no mi to ma wo ngo na fi ogo eya ke ko kwe abonanse sane ejino koni eshebe koni sana ba tanu do because o te me ko be ni wada ko nu ya su ke ni bi na chon o fe e ka bona se mo mba shi onto wo ba beti research ke ne ke ma nu chumo ne wada ke no abona se story e mo ji story e no ni ji ano kwale no ni sana yese o no ni to ni ke fon di meje ka ku tu enya ja go ba pa fai koni akutu e bo mo ni na native library ke word library ni bi ni isake akuchombi alie ke ya me shije e ya ke ji wote Egypt when no kuni amechole 42 negative convention negative convention no ni achono ni mene ani religion yebe American shwa copy ne keni ne keji uji school shi America ke je keji kemba ake America constitution chongo ni ahun o ko da mo go chongo who is an American alo JOG American o ba pa bona se fa ko ni ekwe e ya gani nu mo ewe e ke nu mo mini po efenya no wana ke shi e show woji document lele ne ke ma documents ne ke ji mo ko ba da ya kucho na mi ne ke da je mo ko ba gara ke nu mo ewe ne ke bole ame our native library afi research center e hawo ko na gbe na ko ni dialogue ni ko agesho keji matia bonasie akucho che ke shia nemi next person ba shia nemi next person ba shia nemi eke tonjo
yo eshe begianu to ele woye begianu to akucho fe akucho ayi olumoye ni loe ha sanjine ba eja ke monike akule eje ni saneje luhani sanjine ba ni boboni ye wo akema wo kemla ke kusum begianu to ni tunwoni lo dani mokuba ba cancel sani wo kwa ke shin eye emulo luha ihana kane no ni fi omumanche yemla ni ejekufan le won ake nibi ni sani eshe dani mu aye mu ke ko me bushe yemi mu enye ni eche ehimanje wo akuchi ye titri jime ni sana ameka me na jiama mo ko ni gbejianu to aja eja ke wo cancel ke eba sheje ni gbejianu to eja ko wonyen ni wo mo no mi ni wo ketun to bo ni wi na ke wo pene me ni gbejianu to eja ni ji plana ka agbawe sanjine ye no ahia wo nga wo ya ke ha akuchi yake amekwe oni afi no nija shike na gbaba wo cancel mi ne ken lenke na le ba ma shi yake no ni ke kusun ke mlata ni bi eye wo susumo e wo gbejianu to mi ni be mi ni sa ni wo ba fi shi wo jiye ni yu oda na ke mo fe mo ni tu o ke chi ke ben ke wo secretariat de aba fi office ke hale mo fe mo woluru tu o ke ko matia bonase ke la blema sane here ko chi o ben ke o ba fi won go me ko akeshin la be history no ni ko ake la me kumani ye mo ake history ye no ni ehu nete ke anga ku ye woloko memi plani ye wojin so to ya mi history alo blame masane ti me susu ake be ni anga ku la blame masane ye woloko memi wo be history ti la wo ye history denje no fe no nete no ye wojin ayin no e woni ko ake shin me na me ame mashikite ligbe na no mi ame ni me ka me cheme ma no mi mene ame ke je na kan to ana kai me ame ye anokwa ni ame le no ni mi ni ame yo eja ko yen o ke loko mene ni wo o ka akeshin je wo ni wo tala shine ke wo te shi e bi ene wo te ege me ba ka ke o noko ya no e bi e wo ba fe nugunugu afi ta bida no ni wo ba fe e mo fe mo yi mo ji no ni emotion ni e ba yin shi wo la me na me kase ni na me ko ake no gbe ya ko ni ame futu o ma ke mu ni ka ma ke ame kase ni shi mati ye wojin ye mo fe mo ni ntawo echi e benke oban she ye be me ni sa oba fi library la no man
no le bo no mani nda ji particular koni odumanje nje ni bitu mawe ofa ni bi mo ekeji ake beri mi ni bi mo ya no awole won ake alo tiba na chu na ma ole iko ochige ko mata abene ko okwa wale se nuchu mo ya no wale sa gbo wa yinchi no obi ake no echo onde no lo alo no je mi ole iko ja ke je wale simpe ko me ni chu mo ya no ni a chu mo wuji je mi ne ke no wa ko ye bi e na wa ya bi e ye no wa na igbe ni ke no ko ba nu shi woni bi mo ji alo te ba ke ko me no chi je mi wa wale ake ole iko ne me ji me ndo mo ji me na gbe ni wale se le nchu mo ni ya je mi nchu mo nda na chu ni je no e gbe jan fi o ni ma gbe je me ni ra do
eshe wireless benyano tu e fi o wo a o shin ake ebi magbala mi ko ake wireless aviation shipon ni ma ke lease ni ke ha mene amla loe ni ishebe ni lease mba na gbe wo amebani na wo ake shin wo file ehe ke ha ninu yenu benyano tu e mi ame ha ma shipon e ko amla loe le hu ko e ko ni civil aviation le hu ko e ko ni tumo no ni ko no na no titiri ye he na ke ha me ne amla lo ye ma no mi wo wi ake no na ke ha ma wo ke ba fi joint venture ni ma ba na no ko ye mi wo ho be ko ati demonstration ke shi wa ke shi ko na me ye wo fe ke ni bi shi wo ho no ni ba ma di ake ba fi joint venture ni no ni ba je mi ake ko ba tu ma ni ye wo shita mo na mi me ni pa ball ye je me ni no mi na me ke wo fiti pa ke wo fi pa ye wireless school ni ji me ne astrotef ke ha nle ma ni yo Ghana ni le denche eteshi ni efi pa no mi e ball e ametwa ye shikon follow mu ji mi ni je me hi na shele wi ke ni bi chi wo fi pa ke denche ni wo fi o la me ke mati ma bi ni nye ni gboyin ase ameka wote court akeshin jeme adugun ichi ke ni bi ni won fite jeme ni eni wo fe e ko eni school bi e to abo ni wo ka me na wi mu ni wo fe ni me na ise o wireless de jiano to we ma no ni na eto egbe jiano ni ma ba na ise amla lo ele hu ye ko ye je he ni nyina ni ti nwe ne kele government side ni me ku me asusu moji akebe ke amehebe no ko mi akafi me nfe ni bi gboyi ni wo sana no ewo ameti oshin akeshin amenfutu ma agbomo ati demonstration ake wireless wo ho keje na ameti demonstration ameke odase yeli ko ba ko akeshin neke wote wa ho le moni wo ho wo han ni eni shika ate ni boni nke ye wo yino ne wo no fe no gbeji anu to ni ma ni nyele akeshin ye wo yino ne ji yino ni ke ma yo dasi ye wo to shika po ni wo keto ni se na mo ba no ni blofo cho le wo ye investment ne ku ba ku ye la yino da e ku ba ni nko me da na keshi keshe bi ni wo ba to la manje ye kinkling ye la kinkling ye la wo ke man ke futuro ban le ake man follow han le ye fe ye le ko nete akeshi ato manje ko ni e ba ni nanu da ne be ke be wo manje ka to le lecture if you no nesu nyele si wo yi no na be ye mu shi won pe wo yake ake tri dwans ni boni nke mi ma fishi ake wo ke man ke futuro ba ha moni baba no ni me ko ake osumo na to ma ke ni ye la ma shi kite ni ye la ma no mi no maka ke mene akato ma shi sana tun jale gbe no mla gbe no ni no ni sani afi poni afi wo ma bi fe ana ame wo tu shi ngo ni ke ye wo yi no ne jale gbe no wo yin me ko me wi ake wireless aviation no mi ni la ka ka fe mene ni la ke ne no na me yo eku be mo lo ye ni la wo kele ta shi eyi no be mi ni atu je megbe anu e ko fi ogo pe amega ha wo ni akefe ha mo ko me wo te shi wo shi dan wo na no ni wo na keni ji AU village e na ma AU village ye be mi ni sane eba ni ateko te amele ke lawyer self amele po ake acquisition low lease wo yi no ne wo bote di bi am ni wo na ake lease amete court supreme court ru amete ake me na acquisition ame bote ni bi am wo yi no me na ame jo wo ni wo bote ni bi am ni wo na ake lease ni won to gbejina no wo ke amla lo ake jeme wo ke no egbe ate court ye no shi ni water AU village le ekashi ni amla lo ele ake shishi la me yele no na me fe ameke jame chiko jiye e hame fe afi aboni amedenche ameyo bemi ni police eshobotomu under 20 years okechunwe e hamu 100 years and 99 years she walk me na me to work me go yin walk wona de machine ake shi jeme water ja me fe no ninja ni to mo boni nke trade fair wolo to yin me la ni ke se bi ameji o ma se na ma fi oni bi ye ma se shi wo onu fe no e kala yin ni me titiri ni ti oshi e shi onu wo fi o me ni to egbe na me fe no ne ja amen ke what e chado a forge document je shi kun adudu shi kun forge document ni to yin bo ni sani ni bi ale la ma bi ni ka me te shi amen che ma jina che mi lo iye ladma iye committee ni ha permit nya bia dane ni ya imo forge document me ni aya dushikun na ha ya forge document na ke ba permit nya bia ila ma la lo e ke ka be tishi amebo ameke julo eji wo gbe oni ke loko e wo bote mi ba shi ke me ewe e yen ha na ameke me o kasi na ame yo ake wo fi no ni ja ameke ba
no ofa no yiwa don mi ba o de manye ofa ne yo mo le pi jinu ni fitu ete ile bi ne sande gba go pa ete no ego sorry ngbe ji so ahmed nje lo mo we nje ma woji ni bo secret mo yo mo ta gen kan ke ni we ke chon yin ko na je mo ne sa ma gen ko ji ile bi ne sande gba go ete no ego ni ko aka redevelopment fitu ye license office je shikon mo yo mo mi chon wa ke lele tombe na yo mo ya na ka hon lele ahon ni bo specifically ato chon shika bo loyi mi sumo ni o keshi o na gbe ni pela mo ne no be ne yo le no ani ma bi aye ya ke fitu mo le bi jinu ni ya iwa
o ese kamo boni ke me wi keke o ke o da se yeli ni yo e sane etun bo video allo receipt shika ni he keke eke video etun bo ake ni aje bo fe e shika na wo legbe ake license office shika aje ba bo e wo we mo fe wo ke no na fe eja akeshi abaje wo se ni ablalo eke shikon ahame ni ma lehego no akeshi moko ehami shika yenuhie ebemi jeje mpetrate fe ko den cha yue akeshi ahawo shika ye na kai no go bemi no na me fi o eje wo fu akono ni noni sani wo fe eji wo te shi wo shi eja ake kamla lo ko shi ko ne eke ba chu manni ni eke chunwe sani eke ha mambiye wo ba bi wo he ake amla lo edenje no na fi o mini kra amla lo edenje ma denje na ye mi chi anklo bi to mo trade fair ne ni ake ekume ehame ne amla lo mini na cantonment la boni DVLA na chon amralo e ko mi ne na e na no ko ko e kala me amralo e na no ko ne ha man ya no e contribute to GDP age o la shi ko ne na age ha e ha wo economy e boom alo no ni man bi ko fe na ise shi an plan kro bi pe ni na ise ni amralo e de nche lenche ina ise nya bi allowance commission bi age shi enye ameke jeme ha me na ameke ha nyomo enye me o ameke ba ha me ye jala bibio ege me ehun ye Chicago DVLA wo ba te shi wo shi tamo boni ke me lu o da se yeli ni o ye ameke ba efi ka me na ni amesha video na ameke ba ni acho ake o aha ni aje ko fe shikane ni na kan shika iko DVLA keke wona wole mene anopale shike be udase ili ko be yele wo ka chuni eto anu manya
ago chama ga jame en wo she nipi mo na iba na be yo baba ya wo ye kiage wa biru si bolo ame ya me na o so en mo ta sa o
Hey!
di oche baba ya mwase o nanga baya bebwa o wae hu ya dwani o owo ehun nana ni ye
Onye ara abefe ni se.
Ago, chame kanyeme. Amen. Ago. Amen. Shwamo, Nungua, modern, faith, Ago, chame kanyeme. Ago. Ago.
Dani matwashi mada yefeshi ake Feli, Yeshi Yenibi Yeo, Yeba, who Sanjiatui, Bonnie Etile, Yenani, Eyalena, Ni Bonnie, Wofi, and Paliese, Wofino Nijase, the work of Kusum Begiano to Emla Atumi, Wakashi, Nuku Be, Mofemo, Ni Batishi. Akeshi wonye anupali ese wo amebafi nuku gbonyo keshi wo nye kashi anube fla eja ake ke wo be anupali e wo wakashi nuku be nye radon
Ago beko mo discuter ni bo akuma abo no pa jona no wa ko ago amen
ago we chemeke twa kumanyaba chemeke nyeme wo we fi twa kumanyaba nyeme yera no mi ne so twa kumanyaba
Obana puyo ye. Nuwane kwa puyo puyo. Hold on.
Joy. Ago, which detail is what is it? Ago, what's that? Yes, I'm a go over what they mean, which detail, they are 3 benefits. Non è già no quale gas che ha o fake non è già no quale essa che cash ratio per ha o fair o che da vale track man ba
Show ya.
Já me foi.
Ago,
no time ben living there of where be and work and I was here no I told you I think you have to go out what could you get here that of me for quick with background who are doing little
Ago you make a tell yes Bonnie said Bonnie to okay Ago chama kanyame ago ni ago
we chama kanyame pa umanyaba chofi wo bashi keya wo gwabo ofun ile gachabu do na ofin wo se ke weki ofin no wo te fi mo ye fe ti no ko manyi tukwe twa mu kuwe te ku twa mu wo mu shida play ke hambu ye bo no wo dam wo se ke bashi mene bi ba jo afran ne tani wo ke ko asu ni jobu ke nga shele nya banu ni se manu eku ni koni adu banu eku ni okuti kuma banu eku ni bo sekle banu eku ni blamo banu eku ni wansa banu eku ni london banu eku ni ajim banu eku ni anafu banu eku mati himbe je fe ke mati obu ade ni bi fe nya banu eku che bu mo she be mene wo akucho pakwabo ni nka agbala ni bi am yesajinia no ko wo ma ke wo traditional council ni be no what they were by name, you were by a waffle in a chain. Room on your few was said, you can wear it, you can wear but no fan on what they two were getting fair till Miami. One was that click and honey. There won't ake ni Wahaman Beerly, and Opali and name. Benyahan. Ni boni wopon eyalena kan ni wan bi e no ni sa ni amefize wan bi ake ni fa agbati abunasi ni ha agbati abunasi agbodi amanse ake wo keje tetete anufale ese wonye wo meni tuo amete shikashimo na amete shikashimi ni ametumo ni bi anye ni amekafite ni ye kan ni ekwekwekwu ba mi won bi ake ni ha hwele mu afia agbati abunasi agbati abunasi shibi fe anu we ni waya ni wo ba ne me ni mpia agbati abunasi na mehu amenye anopale ese amehu ye fa ameye ye ba ameye ye ha amejo mu afa yi mo fe mu ni ateshikashi mu ku enyeke na kan mu ayi a no fe nu na ya na fe ni akefite ni alo akeshi mu ku e ye to anye shu ayi ni ye mu e to ameni shu ye no we ke wo shibie ke ba ya wo shi ami wo mbi ni ye bu mo fe mu me ni ja kutu e namba me ni jese adafi fa lo eni ba wo mbi ni ye bu mo fe mu ni mo fe mu ayi shwe ke wo na ya pesie ko ni wa tu man alo me na kutu ni tumu ana wo fe twanu manyaba
Isaac. Isaac.
Inside.
Ago, wait a minute. Ago, and get near by my being. Ago, wait a minute. Ago, Ago, behind this kitchen. The trash now was nothing about it. Ago, this kitchen, there is about me. Ago, put trash now. Ago.
Wait a minute. Trap, Umanyaba, Temekanyame. They were with you. Trap, Umanyaba, Temekanyame. Here are nomination. Trap, Umanyaba.
Ago.
The father, and the family say,